What's up, ladies and gentlemen? Look at that, we have a cluster F over here. Anyways, working on an Infiniti, and this one's a G37, I believe, or Q50 or something. Let's see. Yeah, it's a G37. And let me see what year this thing is. This thing is a 2012. All right, so if you got a 2012 Infiniti and you got some weird drivability issues like idle, throttle issues, the main thing that I'm going to show you is that, so if your car is running a little rough, especially idle, but then when you floor it, it runs great, you need to watch this video, okay? This is how you fix those problems, at least the most common ones, okay? So right here, I'm going to show you, there's the intake boot. The first thing that you see here is that crack, and typically this is cracked all the way through. This particular case is not, but it's almost there. If you have cracked through boots, you need to get new parts. Here's this part number here, this part number right here, okay? But that's just for this particular model, is G37. They're gonna be different. This applies to anything that's V6 rear-wheel drive, basically, for Infiniti or Nissan 350Z. But check this out, see? That right there is kind of like the air, it's kind of a silencer or a damper, and it literally is busted open and crumbling. Look at that shit. That's just falling apart. And there's a hole that goes inside right there, and it goes inside here. See that hole? And that is gonna make the airflow meter right here, it's gonna read the air, but then there's more air coming up in this way, okay? Look at that. What's this here? Lovely. There's more air gonna come up in here, and it's called unmetered air. It's gonna go inside the throttle, and the computer doesn't know that that is going in. It's bypassing the sensor. So it's gonna make it run rough at idle, low RPM, etc., etc. Little hiccups, and maybe have a check engine like a P171, something like that. Maybe an idle circuit problem. But that is going to be the fix. You need to buy a new intake tube, and it comes with these new parts, these lovely plastic parts. Or you know what you can do? If this tube is in good condition, you can take this off right here, and you can put a plug or a fat bolt inside there and make sure it's all tight, and you're good to go. Just make sure this is all sealed up. All right, so that will fix your problem that you'll have. Another problem is these throttle bodies inside here. They get dirty, and it causes the car to stall. So you need to clean this throttle body and wipe it down and all that stuff. But you have to be careful, because if you do that, and if you don't have updated software, you will have problems resetting the idle. So sometimes this is one of those times, if it's an older Infiniti, it's not updated software in the computer, I wouldn't recommend it. Okay? All right, so anyway, that's a wrap. This is something you're not gonna see unless you take it apart. Okay, so definitely keep an eye on that if your car is running rough at idle. And again, let me give you a little tip. The reason why it runs rough at idle is the metered air, it's easier to suck it in at idle, because, it's more affected because there's less airflow at idle. But when you put it in full throttle, it's going to pull more of it through there. It's not going to be as affected. That's why when you have a full throttle runs great kind of situation, idle runs like crap. Always look after the mass airflow sensor before the throttle body to see if there's something going on over there. If there's something not here, then you're gonna have to look elsewhere, like any intake leaks and things like that. Okay? All right, have a nice day. Thanks for watching. Shoot me a like, put a comment below. If you want to follow, that's cool. Follow me on Instagram if you want. Same name that I have on here. Just go on Instagram, Subtle Driver. I'd appreciate it. I also post up videos on there every day, usually. Mechanic stuff, so check it out. Love, peace, and chicken grease.